we good? I think we're good. Is everything going through properly? I think we're good. Yep, everything's good. All right. Hang on a sec. Oh, my girlfriend's messaging me. I gotta respond to her. All right. Arctic Monkeys time. We just finished. Oh, shit. Got the stream up on another tab. Yeah, this is the first of the Arctic Monkeys albums that I have not heard. I'm going into this one basically completely blind, to be honest. I don't know anything about this album, dude. What's up, Rodemar? What is an Arctic monkey? I think it just means... I think it's a slang for, like, a northern idiot. Because, you know, Arctic up north, and then monkey, buffoon. So I think it just means... I think Arctic monkey is slang for northern idiot or something like that. Yes, that will probably be next. And no, we will not be doing a request stream afterwards. Request streams are Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. This is a recording stream. Anyway, speaking of recording. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on to the next Arctic Monkeys album, Humbug. I just got to listen to... I fucked up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on to the next Arctic Monkeys album, Humbug. I just got done... oh my fucking god! Fucked up the intro twice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on to the next Arctic Monkeys album, Humbug. I just got done listening to a Black Sabbath album, Master of Reality, down here. Just got done finishing a video on that. And that album was pretty fucking incredible. I'm not expecting this album to be as good as that. This is the first Arctic Monkeys album that I have not heard. I'm going into this one essentially completely blind. And I'm going to be honest, my hopes are a little shaky. I am going into this thing with moderate expectations, leaning towards higher, but I'm going to be honest, I'm a little worried. This album does have some things that give me hope. Josh Homme on production. I think that, you know, Josh Homme is one of my favorite people in the rock space. Obviously, the mastermind behind Queens of the Stone Age, which is one of my favorite rock bands, full stop. So his presence on this album gives me a lot of hope. But the downward trajectory of the previous two albums being as drastic as it is, the first album of theirs being a 10 for me, and the second being a 7, being good but a big step down, we'll see. We'll see how this album goes. I'll actually get the album up here. This album came out in 2009. It's 10 tracks, 39 minutes. I don't think I've heard a single fucking song on this. I genuinely cannot recall a single song on this album, and I think that this is the first one that I'm going into like completely blind. We're not doing Chili's for the other album now. Let me get the album of an album of the year here. Good reception on album of the year. It's well received. 77 user score, 77 critic. It's pretty widely regarded as a solid album. So you know what? I think this album is going to end up hopefully being a little bit better than Favorite Worst Nightmare. I'd like us to go back into great territory on this one, especially with the presence of Josh Homme on this thing. I think that is the biggest selling point for me on this album, you know? That's easily the biggest selling point for me. Anyway, with that being said, I'm just going to get straight into this. Track 1, My Propeller. Okay.
If you can summon the strength, tell me I can't hold down the urgency. You've got to make your descent slowly and oil up those sticky keys. Coax me out my load and have a spin of my propeller.
Okay. Immediate things to note here. Firstly, this is a much drier mix than the previous 2 albums. The mix here is so drastically different. Obviously, you got a very different producer in Josh Homme here, but this sounds like the biggest switch. Like, this is kind of insane to compare to the first 2 albums. This sounds like a completely different fucking band production-wise. And on top of that, the band are going for a much more sparse, very like spacey, almost Western feeling instrumental here, which again, this is a big, very drastic change that is, I don't know, it's taken some getting adjusted to.
It's a necessary evil. No cause for
Sheffield.
urgency. Borrowed the beak off a boat. Eagle. Oh, momentary synergy.
Drums sound amazing though. Very attack heavy toms. Lots of low end from them as well.
Coax me out my load. Have a spin of my propeller. My propeller won't spin, and I can't get it started on my own. When are you arriving? My propeller won't spin, and I can't get it started on
That's way up north, that's way up north.
When are you arriving? My propeller won't spin, and I can't get it started on my own. When are you arriving? My propeller.
Okay. Sure. That was what? I'm unimpressed. Easily the weakest opener of the 3 so far. Yeah. I think that this song is a little too sparse. I think that the payoff towards the end does not pay off anywhere near hard enough for the patience required for how much space is presented in the rest of this. Good drum sound. I think that Josh Homme's more spacey, kind of raw production is a nice change. But this track, outside of that, did not do anything for me. I'm feeling like a high 5 on this. Okay. It's not bad. It's just an odd shift, a very odd shift. Crying Lightning. Up next. Okay.
Outside the cafe by the cracker factory, you were practicing a magic trick. And my thoughts got rude as you talked and chewed on the last of your pick and mix. Said you're mistaken if you're thinking that I haven't been called cold before. As you bit into your strawberry lace, then offered me your attention in the form of a gobstopper. It's all you had left and it was going to waste.
Writing's fucking terrible. Alex Turner has really taken a big step down as a writer. I thought the writing on the first song was a little weird, but it was a pretty clear step down there. But I thought, it's just the opener. It'll probably you know pick itself up. No, this writing's fucking so bland. This is like, wow. Ugh.
Your pastimes consisted of the strange and twisted and deranged, and I loved that little game you had called Crying Lightning, and how you like to aggravate the ice cream man on rainy afternoons. The next time that I caught my own reflection, it was on its way to meet you, thinking of excuses to postpone. You never looked like yourself from the side, but your profile could not hide the fact you knew I was approaching your throne. With folded arms you occupied the bench like
They started in the
two
2000s,
things.
Jerry.
Stood and puffed your chest out like you never lost a war. I know I tried so not to suffer the indignity of reaction. There was no cracks to grasp or gaps to claw. And your pastimes consisted of the strange and twisted and deranged. And I hate that little game you had called Crying Lightning, and how you like to aggravate the icky man on rainy afternoons. Uninvited, but not half as impossible as everyone assumes you are. Crying Lightning.
The riffing's fun. It feels like the band are getting some
Your pastime
fun shit to do.
consisted of the strange and twisted and deranged, and I ate that little game you had called Crying Lightning. Crying Lightning. Crying Lightning. Crying Lightning. Your pastimes consisted of the strange and twisted and deranged.
A very general question.
I ate that little game you had called Crying.
Okay, this song is a bit better than the previous one. I feel like the riffing here is a little more fun. The band get a lot more to do on this track, but this really sets into place the fact that this album is definitely going to be a decent step down from Favorite Worst Nightmare. Yeah, the writing is so bad. Alex Turner he's giving nothing in the writing here. Absolutely fucking nothing. I don't know. Fun riffing throughout this track. I feel like the band gets some more interesting shit to do. I think that the performances here are solid. I think that the pacing of this track is nice, and it's structurally pretty interesting as well. It's like a high 6 to a flat 7 for me. It's okay. The song's it's solid enough, but yeah, this album is not doing a good job at winning me over or tempering my worries up to this point. Dangerous Animals up next. Josh Homme vocals, cool.
Been fighting with my sheets and nearly crying in my sleep. Yes, I'm battling that well-told gripe, the most frustrating type. You should have racing stripes, the way you keep me in pursuit. Sharpen the heel of your boot, and you press it in my chest, then you make me wheeze, then to my knees you do promote me. I'm pinned down by the dark. A-N-I-M-A-L makes my head pirouette. More than I would be willing to confess. D-A-N-G-R-O-U-S. The light it fidgets through, the thoughts will soon revert to you. I'm about as bashful as a tribal dance, the first and final chance, and course the audience are frighteners and fiends, divided up into two teams. When the acrobat fell off the beam, she broke everyone's heart. I'm pinned down by the dark. A-N-I-M-A-L makes my head pirouette.
Feels like we're trying to do a favorite worst nightmare track, but the production is such a significant step down, which is kind of crazy because Josh Homme, I feel like Josh Homme is able to create such fascinating sounds and is always like such a perfectionist in terms of the sounds of his albums. He is wow. This sounds just like complete shit. This sounds like complete shit. I cannot defend a single production choice here. Like, at all. And on top of that, again, Alex Turner's writing, the fucking bullshit spelling out the words, I can't speak. Bullshit spelling out the words, the just super head up ass kind of metaphors and shit that he's throwing in here. It just feels like this isn't the same band that even made the last two albums. This feels like such the craziest step down. I am like shocked that this is as bad as it is. The first two tracks I could defend a little bit, but this is just horrible. This is genuinely horrible.
More than I would be willing to confess. D-A-N-G-R-O-U-S. D-A-N-G-R-O-U-S. The most unsuitable pet. It's been long enough now, so let's make a mess, lioness. Pinned down by the dark. I'm pinned down by the dark.
Fun Josh Homme back in vocals, I guess. Jerry, we don't talk about that guy anymore. We don't talk about him anymore. Okay, forget he exists.
D-A-N-G-R-O-U-S. A-N-I-M-A-L. D-A-N-G-R-O-U-S. A-N-I-M-A-L.
That was fucking horrible. Wow. Yeah. Yikes. Fucking yikes. What a absolutely, utterly atrocious dogshit fucking horrible step down. This is bad. This is really fucking bad. Oh my god. What the fuck? Look, I had my reservations going into this. The first two tracks had, like, I could defend them. I thought the second track was okay. But that, oh my lord. Josh Homme is not a good fit. He is just ripping the life and the youthful energy out of the band and trying so hard to shove in like a 70s throwback, very raw sound onto this, and it just doesn't work. And on top of that, you get easily, bar none, no competition, Alex Turner's worst writing up to this point. Fucking spelling out dangerous animals and then using the most shitty, stupid, useless fucking metaphors that are so surface level, that have no sense of that, like, charm, of that kind of youthful, fun sarcasm. It just feels so lifeless. All of the fun has been stripped out of this, and we're left with a husk of the band. Feeling a low 3 on this song. Next up we have Secret Door. After a couple seconds of silence, of course. Nah, he wasn't doing album reviews. Was he doing? Oh no, back when he first started his channel, he would only do reviews for like smaller artists. So he didn't end up covering like that Arctic Monkeys album. The first AM album I think he did was actually AM. It was AM, yeah.
Carry on for waiting eyes that you would rather be beside than in front of. No, she's never been the kind to be hollowed by the steps.
Oh, he covered something in C? I see. I didn't actually know that.
She swam out of tonight's phantasm, grabbed my hand and made it very clear.
He did, he gave it a 5.
Nothing for us here. It's a magnolia celebration to be attended on a Wednesday night. It's better that I get a reputation as a miserable little tyke. At least that's the conclusion she came to in this overture.
The secret door swings behind us. She's saying nothing. She's just giggling along.
Her arms were folded, the most indignant, not looking like she.
They're in their late 30s now, I think.
I had to squint in order to believe.
Around this time they would have been in like their mid-20s-ish.
Like a butler pushing on a bookshelf, I'm unveiling the unexpected. I was really reluctant, was suddenly embarrassed and corrected. How could such a creature survive in such a habitat?
And the secret door swings behind us. She's saying nothing. And she's just giggling along. Even if they were to find us, I wouldn't notice.
I get we're going for a raw sound, but that doesn't mean you're not allowed to have any sustain on your instruments. Like the bass, you're just getting the impact of the note and no sustain. It makes it feel so dry. This mix is just so fucking dry.
I'm completely occupied as all the fools on parade go to carry on for waiting eyes. Ones you would rather be beside than in front of. But she's never been the kind to be
Notebook corporate sellout, exactly.
Turn to a scribble on a page by a picture that haunts her absence, but you'd have to think she'd care. Fools and parade.
I think about tea.
Fools and parade. Fools and parade. Conductor sing along.
End credits our song, yeah. Hey, you know, at least this song's able to remind me of a better song that exists called Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. You know, that's a much better song than this. Wow. We're really trying to make something that sounds like it's ripped out of the 70s. We're really trying to get as raw a sound as possible. And it just doesn't gel. This does not gel in the slightest. This is so dry. There's no sustain on these instruments. The kind of luscious, infectious tones of the guitars from the first two albums are gone. Matt Helder's fun, kind of sparse, like very bouncy drumming that combined lots of different styles is gone. It's just meat and potatoes, fucking white wallpaper rock music. And I am utterly unimpressed. I genuinely pulled nothing out of that track. I pulled nothing. I enjoyed the first minute of it, and then it went nowhere. This song went nowhere. There's no sense of progression. There's no sense of a destination that we've reached. I felt nothing. I'm feeling a low 4 on this song. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just fucking boring, to be honest. Potion approaching. Sounds like that one Nirvana song. Is it Very Ape? I think it's Very Ape that I'm thinking of.
I was biting the time zone, and we embellished the banks of our bloodstreams, and threw caution to the colourful. I then we fell asleep in the car, until the bumps woke me up in your grip, and the tide took me to your mouth, and it swept me back down to your palms. It's then that put me inside the reminder that yours is the only ocean that I wanna swing from. Yours is the only ocean that I wanna
That's Josh Homme. That's not one of them. That has to be Josh Homme doing that. That's a Josh Homme thing, right? There's no credits for instrumentalists here. That's 100% Josh Homme doing that that guitar there. That's such a Queens of the Stone Age thing.
But the seagull mechanic, she's always trying to give me
I'm gonna stand up and stretch my legs. My legs kind of hurt.
your reflection. I prefer her as a cartoon. If I could be someone else for a week, I'd spend it chasing after you. 'Cause she's done shattered in my attitudes. No matter how she forms the potion, yours is the only ocean that I wanna swing from. Yours is the only ocean that I want to have.
We're going in order. We're going in order of when they were released. Fucking truck month music, come on. Like clockwork, easily. my favorite Queens of the Stone Age album. This is my favorite Queens of the Stone Age album. Perfect album. My girlfriend got me this on vinyl. Shout out to my girlfriend. I love her so much. Look at this. Beautiful. One of my favorite albums of all time right here. 10 out of 10. And this came out like a year after this, I think. Fucking the song ends with 10 seconds of silence as well. When did Like Clockwork come out? Was it 2011 or 2010? Oh, 2013. Oh shit, 2013. I thought it was 2011 or 2010 when that shit came out. No. I think this was this the last thing Josh Homme worked on before Like Clockwork? Because I think it was 2010 when he had all of the health problems start, right? I think Like Clockwork might have been the next thing he worked on, and the insane leap in quality between this to that. Like, I know he's only the producer here, but still, man, it feels like Josh Homme is arguably the problem here. It feels like he is bringing out all of the band's weakest sensibilities and is trying to turn them into... He's trying to turn them into Queens of the Stone Age. You know? It feels like Josh Homme is just trying to turn Arctic Monkeys into Queens of the Stone Age. Here. Lots of classic rockisms. Lots of 70s hard rock and stoner rockisms here. Like, it feels like he's even adding bits of guitar with, like, some of the matching of the vocal melody as well. And it's just, it's not what Arctic Monkeys are. Arctic Monkeys are a new band. Arctic Monkeys are a 2000s band. You know, Queens of the Stone Age got their start in, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, but they are, like, a 70s throwback band. That's not what Arctic Monkeys is. Arctic Monkeys is such a... like, they were the first internet band, you know? They're the first band that got popular online. And they, like, were the indie scene. They were, like, the band from the UK indie scene, you know? We should not be trying to turn them into something different. They found their strength with the first album. I'd say they kind of continued it onto the second album. And then... I don't know. Then now we're just trying to... like, turn them into something completely different. And it doesn't fucking work. I'm so, like, just disappointed in this album. I'm so fucking disappointed. Josh Homme was on a sabotage mission, so Queens of the Stone Age would have no competitors. Exactly. I'm feeling like a solid 4 on this track. The song did nothing for me. Stupid fucking writing that doesn't make any sense, talking about, like, swinging from an ocean or something. I don't know. I pulled nothing out of that song. The riffing was uninteresting. Alex Turner gave one of his most obnoxious vocal performances on this entire track. No sense of, like, melodic variety. It just felt so dead. This whole album just feels dead. Anything from AM, it sounded better than this. I've heard some AM tracks. I've heard, like, the biggest singles and a handful of deep cuts from the album. Yeah, I've heard some stuff from AM. Fire and Thud up next. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got their lounge era. Yeah, their lounge era is their latest era. Feels like he's already going into his, like, fucking loungy vocal performances. Why has Alex Turner, as a performer, just become such a fucking boring presence here? Hold on a sec, my brother's calling me, give me a sec. Yeah, he's probably gonna ask to be let in, hold on. Well, you guys get a brief break from listening to this shit, so I've got to go let my brother into my house. I'll be right back. Alright, let's continue. This psychedelic thing on this track just doesn't work. We're trying to do something trippy, we're trying to do something that's like kind of a little bit like dreamlike, and it just isn't coming across at all. Why is he sniffing his finger on the album cover? I don't fucking know. Album. They're trying to go for something more spacey and psychedelic here. It doesn't work in the slightest. This is so fucking dry. I don't even have much to talk about, dude. It's just bad performances and the band being... Yeah, it feels like the band trying to shoehorn 70s and in this track kind of almost 60s aesthetics as well into their sound. With just no life. Every single member of the band feels like they don't even want to fucking be on this album. There's no care here, there's no sense of wonder, there's no, like, sparks flying on any of these songs. It's just drab. It's just colorless. It feels like this entire thing is a product of boredom. And man, I really do wonder if we could have gotten an album if it weren't for Josh Homme on production. I really do wonder. Because it really does seem like the band want to make a good album here. It really does feel like there is like ideas here that could work, but it feels like on the production side everything's just kind of being too tampered with. It feels like there's too much of like a forced idea of like back to classic rock sounds here, and I feel like without that this album could have maybe shined a little bit more. I really don't think Josh Homme's a good fit for this band at all. Feeling a high 3 on this song. What does my brother think of this album? I don't think he's heard it, to be honest. I'm going to text him. We're going to text Finley. We're going to see what he thinks. What do you think of Humbug by Arctic Monkeys? Alright, Cornerstone up next.
I saw you in the
Absolutely.
battleship, but it was only a look-alike. She was nothing but a vision trick. Under the warning light, she was close, close enough to be your ghost. But my chances turned to toast when I asked her if I could call her your name. I thought I saw you in the rusty hook, huddled up in a wicker chair. I wandered over for a closer look and kissed whoever was sitting there. She was close and she held me very tightly till I asked awfully politely, please, can I call you her name?
This is a nasally vocal performance away from being an earlier Oasis song. No. No, they're going for something with a little bit thicker production here. They're going for something that's a little bit more sweet and a little more pop adjacent. No. No. Fuck this album. No, you can't just chuck this at me and expect me to clap. No. Yikes. This is rough. This is... wow. Wow, this is bad. Oh my god.
Messing with the smoke alarm. It was too loud for me to hear her speak, and she had a broken arm. It was close, so close that the walls were wet, and she wrote it out in letter sets. No, you can't call me her name. Tell me where's your hiding place. I'm worried I'll forget your face.
Guitar tones are nasty, and not nasty in like a good way, nasty in like an actually nasty way. These effects don't sound pleasant with this raw production in the slightest. The bass is somehow so blown out and so characterless at the same time as well. Yeah, the song's just a flat derivative too, I agree with that.
In the cornerstone, on the phone to the middleman. When I saw that she was on her own, I thought she might understand. She was close, well you couldn't get much closer. She said I'm really not supposed to, but yes, you can call me anything you want.
This song feels like it's being forced into the mix of this album here for the sake of providing variety. Because Arctic Monkeys are such a varied band that can do many different styles. This is a nasally vocal performance away from being a dog shit earlier Oasis song, to be honest. This is, like, they throw in a little bit of thicker production, they throw in some acoustics, and they have Alex Turner giving a more emotional vocal performance. It's very emotional, by the way. It just doesn't work. Your shitty tricks aren't working on me. This album's fucking trash. This album's trash. There is not a single moment of this thing that's been worth a lick of shit up to this point. I'm aghast at how horrible this is. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Feeling like I'm genuinely just not. Listen, if this was a song in a vacuum, it would get like a high 3 to a 4. But in the context of this album, it's so offensive that they'd throw something like this in here that I would give this like a high 2. In context of this album, this is such a shitty attempt at providing variety that it genuinely makes me kind of angry. I am shocked and I am livid at how big of a step down we've taken. Dance Little Liar. Finley's not listened to it. Nope, not the last song just yet. We got 3 more. Sounds kind of nice. This drum sounds lovely.
I heard the truth was built to bend a mechanism to suspend the
Nice gating on the vocals here. See, this is more what I wanted. This sounds nice.
still. You've got to dance, little liar. Just like those fibs to pop and fizz, and you'll be forced to take that awful quiz, and you're bound to trip, and she'll detect the friction on your lips and dig a contradiction, and the clean coming will hurt, and you can never get it spotless when there's dirt beneath the dirt. The liar takes a lot less time.
This is kind of nice. And that bass tone is glorious as well.
Plain to read, it's not an alibi you need just yet. Oh no, it's something for those beads of sweat. Yes, that will get you back to normal. And after you have dabbed the patch, you'll breathe.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Scratch the varnish off that newly added calmness, so as not to raise any alarms too soon. And the clean coming will hurt, and you can never get it spotless when there's dirt beneath the dirt. The liar takes a lot less time to decide on this altar. Have you got
Great build.
bones and all your time alone? Can you act? Your mind's being riddled with the wrong memories.
Whatever. Oh, the dynamics are so great on this one. God, this song is... It's nice to get a song with a pulse, you know? It's nice to get a song with some life. Get some of the colour re-injected here.
When there's dirt between the
drum sound is fucking amazing. Very raw recording. Kick has so much fucking power behind it. Sounds like a very big kick. I'm guessing Matt Helders was playing with a much bigger kick on this album. Sounds kind of like almost like a Bonham-sized kick, to be honest. Song was absolutely, easily, not even not even close, the best song on the album. To such a high degree. That is, like, a fucking godsend in this track list. I'm feeling a high 8 on that track for being a genuinely great track in terms of performances. Alex Turner is bringing absolutely stunning vocals to this track with some actually pretty solid lyrics that are easy to follow along with but don't feel super shallow. You get way better production on this track than any other song. The drums sound fucking incredible. These guitar tones and effects are so rich. There's so much color. They're so tasteful. You get so much flavor out of that son of a bitch. Like, I am shocked that the album has been so bad when a song like this has been possible on here. This is so fucking good. We get a song with an actual heartbeat. With an actual pulse. A song that isn't just completely fucking dead in the water. Where has this been? For 7 songs. See, this has proven to me that this album could have been great, but instead we go for cheap, like, 70s rock aesthetics with some absolutely shit production. I actually have Pretty Visitors. The song was nothing. The song was better, is what it was. Okay, getting spooky with this one.
Trampoline under his arm, shifts past your whiskers, so stop is the charm. But the barking alarm waits coiled till the corner is turned, and the bicycle wheels all struggle to move round in your muddy mind. Blatantly caked on and willing to wind, no cooperative time, so we sit on the springs till the mud goes dry.
Okay. Whatever, sure. Whatever, I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Please.
Fuck this album. Fuck you. It's just so bad. What? Doing this, like, gang vocals, demon vocals, all the pretty visitors came and waved their arms and cast the shadow of a snake pit. Fuck this album. Fuck this album. No. Came and waved their arms and cast the shadow of a snake pit. Oh no. How dramatic. Wow, on the wall. really is, and
Behold us a crook in the hammock, blaze cruelly with the bass of
that guitar tone sounded like a fucking kazoo. That sounded like a kazoo.
scales, and fiddles with the feet on the balancing act, gag bound and crafting a tail, trailing wrapped in a gasp. Cruelly with the bass of the scales, and fucking fiddles with the feet on the balancing act. He was gag bound and crafting a tail, trailing wrapped in a gasp.
All the pretty visitors came and waved their arms and cast the shadow of a snake pit on the wall. All the pretty visitors came and waved their arms and cast the shadow of a snake pit on the wall.
No, he's turning down his British and turning it into theatrics. He's turning down his like youthful Northern English charm, and he's cranking up the facade. He's cranking up the character. He's playing a character on this album, guys. Except the character is so unlikable and so fucking atrocious, and the writing is horrible, and the performances are horrible, and this production shit, and this song is theatric and corny and cringe, and it has not a single section that I think is worth even like the slightest smile out of me. This was laughable. This is funny. It's that bad. This song is hilarious. It's funny that this song exists. It's genuinely funny. I cannot believe they let this on the album. This made it onto the album. This. What? Flat one. You know, whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not, came out in 2006. This came out in 2009. In 3 years, we've gone from like maybe the best indie rock album ever. We have gone like down into the trenches. We have drilled to the center of the earth. I have no faith in this last song being good. I have no faith in this last song being good, but we're gonna give it a try. Final song, The Jeweler's Hand.
Fiendish wonder in the carnival's wake. Dull caresses once again irritate.
They just described the album for me. Dull caresses once again irritate. There you go.
Tread softly, stranger, move over toward the danger that you seek.
Bass sounds nice here. This bass sounds actually really sweet.
Distracts. The logic of the trance quickly reaches and grasps. Handsome and faceless and weightless, your imagination roams. And now
That should be my review.
forward yours at the foot of the house of cards. You thought you'd never get obsessed. You thought the wolves would be impressed. And you're a sinking stone. But you know what it's like to hold the jeweler's hands. That procession of pioneers all drowned. In the moonlight, they're more thrilling.
The theatrics here don't work. The theatrics here are just like... It's so tacky.
Watching his exit was like falling off the ferry in the night.
That bass sounds amazing. What a waste of an absolutely beautiful, crunchy, disgusting bass tone. What a waste.
You around, any old voice makes such a punishing sound. It became laughter's a
Drums sound incredible too. Matt Helders has really been providing incredible drum sounds as well as solid performances. Yeah, this feels like a song Josh Homme could have sung. Yeah. This is a top 7 album for AM. Yeah.
You thought the wolves would be impressed, and you're a sinking stone. But you know what it's like to hold the jeweler's hands, that procession of pioneers, all drowned.
Nope. It had me for a second there, but this progression lost me. This progression is shit. It's over. It's not getting any better from here. Those key stabs are so fucking tacky. This... What the fuck? So you bring up an interesting point here. Hang on. Right. You bring up an interesting point here. The fact that even Brad tastes like this part, even though he also hated this album. That's a fair point. I'd like to provide a rebuttal.
I'm not Brad Taste in music.
He's a different person. He's a different person. I know. I'm a different guy with different opinions. Impossible to comprehend. Sure, we have similar tastes, but sometimes we think differently. And also, we don't talk about him anymore, so, you know. Wow, what a fucking wet fart to end this album on. What a... Oh no! Oh, this album's so shit. What a lackluster finish. Yeah, such ambition, with absolutely just complete, like, no execution to even slightly pull off what they were going for here. This song just sounds like complete shit. It's so tacky. The theatrics are so shoehorned. Alex Turner's vocal performance ranges from being shockingly boring to dreadfully overbearing across this track that just... It feels like he is trying his hardest to be like this overbearing, like all-seeing figure over this track, like playing this omnipotent character or something like that. Omnipresent character. Sorry, not omnipotent. This omnipresent character. And it just comes across like a fucking Year 6 production where like one of the fucking kids is playing the villain or something. It reminds me being in primary school watching a Year 6 production. Yeah, exactly. It's a poor attempt at being Queens of the Stone Age. Josh Homme wanted to make a Queens of the Stone Age album. Arctic Monkey wanted to make an Arctic Monkeys album. I say Arctic Monkey. Arctic Monkeys wanted to make an Arctic Monkeys album. And it results in just a complete clash. It results in a complete clash. This album stylistically reminds me a lot of Like Clockwork. And if I'm going to listen to Like Clockwork, if I want to listen to that album, I'm just going to listen to that album. I'm feeling a high 2 to a flat 3 on that song. Truly, truly unfortunate way to finish this album. 5.5 minutes of utter musical dribble. Musical dribble is how I would describe that song. This album sucks, ladies and gentlemen. This album is a complete dumpster fire. I found this album to be a genuinely offensive step down that lacks any of the youthful fun, that lacks any of the instrumental prowess, that lacks any of the character, any of the flavor, the substance, the style of the first two Arctic Monkeys albums. This album sees Josh Homme coming in, looking at the Arctic Monkeys and thinking, I can make a Queens of the Stone Age out of you. And Arctic Monkeys don't want to make a Queens of the Stone Age out of themselves. So what you get is the production pulling this way, the band pulling that way, on top of the band not really giving that much of a shit, let's be real. And it results in this album being so all over the place, being so inconsistent with its tone and its sound, being absolutely fucking atrociously written by Alex Turner. And it's easily like the worst of the first three albums, and I don't see it getting worse from here. Two good songs. I think that Crying Lightning was fine, and I think that Dance Little Liar was genuinely great. And it is the direction this album should have gone. I wish the entire album was more like Dance Little Liar. You even get moments in here like Pretty Visitors that try and bring the theatrics that don't work. You get a song in here like Cornerstone that tries to add a little bit more of a densely produced kind of pop feeling to this album. It just feels so shoehorned for the sake of like a vain attempt of variety, even though the band can't provide a single fucking hint of it across this thing. All of these songs just blend together for me. I'm disappointed. I'm genuinely so fucking disappointed. This album is so shit. There is not like a single aspect of this album that's worth a lick of shit for me. I really, really, really just found this to be such a drab and unenjoyable listen front to back, with a couple of moments in here that worked, but not enough to even put this above a 5 out of 10 for me. I'm going to run the maths, and I am going to tell you what my overall score for this number is. For this album is. I can't speak today. Sounds about right. I'm feeling a 4.3 out of 10 on this album. 4.3. Actually sounds about right. The downward trajectory was a 10, then we went down 3 points to a 7, and now we've gone down 3 points to a 4, which means Suck It and See will go down 3 points to a 1, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's only going to get worse from here. Now I'm joking. Suck It and See can't be worse than this, right? Can it? There's no way that could be worse than this shit. There's no way. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't like this album. I really, really did not like this album in the slightest. This was so fucking dry. I hated this so much. Whatever. It is what it is. Maybe we'll see if the band can get better with later albums. I'd be down to do Room on Fire at some point. Yeah, that doing more Strokes could be fun. Right, chat, don't go anywhere. I'm going to do the outro for the video, then we're going to write the album of the year review. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below and how it compares to other Arctic Monkeys albums. For you, you can check out my reaction to the first two albums somewhere in a playlist on screen here. Definitely check those out if you haven't. Yeah, like and sub if you haven't as well. We are on our way to 4K. Links in the description to my Discord, my album of the year, my Twitter, and my other channels. Check those out if you haven't. And I will see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye-bye. I wouldn't want to do the full Strokes discog. I've already heard the first and last album, and I don't know. I feel like that their middle albums I'm not really all that interested in making videos on, but Room on Fire would be a fun reaction. I don't know. I'm gonna... all of their albums are gonna need a re-listen before I do like the ranking video at the end of this. 42, 45, 38. Right, we're just writing in the scores. I've already got my review written. Oh, shit. 45, 38, 28, 87, 10, 30, 28, 87, 10, 30. What came first, the chicken or the dickhead? That's a great question. I don't have the answers for that one. I don't have the answers. This isn't promising. Even weaker reception to this one than the other one. Yikes. Maybe Suck It and See will be a bit better. Now, Jerry, what do you mean by... Jerry, are you like... What define last day? Because that's worrying. Are you okay? Suck It and See is their Green album. Hang on a sec, chat. Alright, I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for me. For this stream. We're going to move over to a new stream and we're going to do Chivo's album. But yeah, that's going to be it for this stream. Don't have anything else I need to do. We're going, moving over to a stream. We're doing your album. Calm down. Yes, I know. Yes, be excited. Alright. Yeah, I know most people who are here for the Arctic Monkeys are probably going to leave. So thank you to everyone who has been here for this stream. Yeah, this video will probably be out some point next week. yeah, I'm gonna go make some tea, get the next stream set up, and yeah, I will be back in like 5 minutes.